The real enemy isn't out there. Why Black professionals are losing the battle inside their own minds. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred space where strong Black women unlearn survival, rediscover softness, and reclaim the joy, rest, and freedom they deserve. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dolce, like sweet softness whispered in French. I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft, and loving every second of it. Today, I had the incredible honor of sitting down with Tonda Smith, a visionary, a warrior, and a living testament to the power of reclaiming your mind and your life. Tonda is not just making waves in the entrepreneurial world, they are shifting the entire conversation around what it means to succeed as a Black professional. They are teaching us that the real battle isn't always out there in the boardrooms or the bank accounts. Sometimes the fiercest fight is the one happening inside our own minds, and they are winning that fight one day at a time and helping others do the same. Their work is transforming lives, breaking generational cycles, and proving that when you heal your mind, you unlock your power. Tunda is making the world a better place by showing us that true revolution begins within. So let's dive in. Here's what most people believe. They believe that the biggest obstacles facing Black professionals and entrepreneurs are the visible ones: access to capital, representation, systemic racism, closed doors. And yes, those barriers are real. They are heavy, they are exhausting, they are suffocating. But Tonda shared something with me that stopped me in my tracks. They said that one of the most underestimated obstacles, one of the most dangerous enemies we face, is the internal battle with self doubt and mental blocks. Let that sink in for a moment. We spend so much time fighting the world outside of us that we forget to check in with the war happening inside. The way we process setbacks, the way we internalize stereotypes, the way we replay failure in our minds like a broken record. Research shows that these internal battles can be just as limiting, just as paralyzing as any structural barrier we encounter. And recognizing them, naming them, and actively fighting them is not just essential for survival, it's essential for building lasting success. Think about that. We are so conditioned to fight external enemies that we become blind to the one living rent free in our heads, the one whispering, "You're not good enough," the one replaying every mistake, every rejection, every moment you felt less than, the one convincing you that you don't belong, that success isn't meant for people like you, that you should just be grateful for what you have and stop reaching for more. That voice, that's the real enemy. And it's winning because we don't even realize we're at war. Tana's insight reminded me of something we talk about often on this show: dropping the Superwoman cape. Because here's the thing: we've been conditioned to be strong, to push through, to never let them see us sweat. But what happens when that strength becomes a prison? What happens when we're so busy being strong that we forget to be whole? What happens when we're so focused on surviving that we forget how to live? Your mindset is as critical as your business plan. Let me say that again, slower this time, because I need you to hear me. Your mindset is as critical as your business plan. The internal work of overcoming self doubt and mental barriers is vital to entrepreneurial success, especially for Black professionals facing systemic obstacles. You can have the best strategy in the world, the most innovative product, the sharpest pitch, but if your mind is telling you that you're not enough, that you don't belong, that you're going to fail anyway, then that strategy doesn't stand a chance. Your mind will sabotage you before the world even gets the opportunity. Let me share a story with you that illustrates this beautifully. In York, Pennsylvania, a Black financial planner founded an organization called Money Talk Dollar Movement Inc. This nonprofit is dedicated to improving financial literacy and healing financial trauma in underserved communities. But when they started, they faced skepticism, People in the community didn't trust them. They had limited resources, and they were up against the enormous challenge of addressing generational financial trauma, trauma that runs deep, trauma that whispers, money isn't for people like us, trauma that says, you'll never get ahead. Why even try? But here's what they did: they didn't just throw financial advice at people, they focused on culturally relevant education. They engaged authentically with the community. They built trust through transparency and relatable leadership. They showed up not as some distant expert in a suit, but as someone who understood the struggle because they had lived it. And slowly, family by family, conversation by conversation, they began to shift the narrative. They helped hundreds of families improve their financial literacy and start building generational wealth. The founder was named to the BPM Global 100 Leading Black Professionals list, recognized for leadership, innovation, and impact. But here's the part that matters most: the founder's journey began with their own struggles with financial insecurity. They had to heal themselves first. They had to confront their own mental blocks, their own shame, their own fear around money. They had to silence the voice that said they weren't qualified, that they didn't have enough, that they would fail. And then they turned that pain into purpose. They turned survival into something sacred. That's what healing in real time looks like. That's what protecting peace as a practice looks like. That's what purpose beyond pain looks like. It's not pretty, it's not linear, it's messy and hard, and sometimes it feels impossible, but it's necessary and it's powerful. Now, let's talk about representation, because representation isn't just about seeing someone who looks like you on a stage or in a boardroom. It's about knowing that you're not alone. It's about having a mirror that reflects possibility back to you. It's about seeing proof that your dreams are not delusions. The APM Salary and Market Trends Survey 2025 revealed that only 2% of project professionals in the UK identify as Black, British, Caribbean, or African. 2%. Let me repeat that: 2%. That means that for so many Black professionals, walking into their workplace feels like walking into a room where no one else speaks their language, where no one else understands their struggle, where they are constantly having to prove, explain, justify their existence, where they are the only one, the first one, the lonely one. And that isolation, it feeds the mental blocks. It feeds the self doubt. It makes you question whether you really belong, whether you're really capable, whether you're really enough. Because when you don't see anyone who looks like you succeeding, your brain starts to believe that success isn't meant for you. The challenges are real: underrepresentation, lack of mentorship, limited visibility in leadership roles. But here's what's happening: targeted leadership programs are being launched, networking events are being created, public recognition of Black professionals' achievements is increasing, and slowly the tide is turning. Black professionals are finding each other. They're building supportive networks. They're creating spaces where they can lead with pride, without apology, without explanation. And that matters. Because when you see someone who looks like you succeeding, it doesn't just inspire you, it rewires your brain. It tells you that success is possible, that you belong, that your dreams are valid, that the voice in your head that says you can't is a liar. Representation and community matter. Connecting with networks and seeing others who look like you succeed can be a game changer for both confidence and opportunity. It can be the difference between giving up and pushing through, between playing small and stepping fully into your power. Let me take you to Philadelphia. Black entrepreneurs there are leveraging AI to grow their businesses. Now, at first glance, you might think, okay, cool tech story, but dig deeper. These entrepreneurs faced barriers to technology adoption, limited access to capital, lack of tailored support. Many of them initially felt disconnected from high tech industries. They perceived AI as out of reach, as something for other people, not for them, as something too complicated, too expensive, too foreign. But then something shifted. Community led workshops started popping up, partnerships with tech organizations formed. Peer mentoring demystified AI and made it accessible. And guess what? These Black owned businesses started adopting AI tools. They improved their efficiency. They found new growth opportunities. They implemented AI in marketing, customer service, and operations. They proved that innovation is possible with the right mindset and community driven support. That's the power of redefining strength. That's the power of embracing softness. Because softness doesn't mean giving up, it means being open, being willing to learn, being willing to say, I don't know, but I'm going to figure it out. It means letting go of the cape that says you have to do everything alone and reaching out for support. It means admitting that you need help, that you're struggling, that you're scared, and then doing it anyway. Tana reminded me of something crucial. Success is a journey, not a straight line. Many leading Black entrepreneurs and professionals have faced setbacks. They've lost businesses, they've been rejected, they've been overlooked, they've been underestimated, they've been counted out. But their ability to persist and adapt mentally and strategically has been key to their achievements. And here's where it gets personal. Here's where Tonda's story becomes a mirror for so many of us. They shared with me that they lost everything because they couldn't get past their mental. It took over. The self doubt, the fear, the weight of it all, it consumed them. It paralyzed them. It destroyed everything they had built. But then something changed. They got angry with the enemy, not the external enemy, the internal one, the voice that said they weren't enough, the voice that said they should give up. And they started fighting harder than ever. They started taking their life back day by day, moment by moment, breath by breath. That's what embracing softness really means. It's not about being weak, it's about being honest. It's about saying, I'm struggling and I'm going to do something about it. It's about releasing the cape. It's about learning to say no without guilt. It's about setting boundaries without apology. It's about resting without explanation. It's about choosing yourself, even when the world tells you that's selfish. So, what does all of this mean for you? What does it mean for the high achieving Black woman who's been grinding for years, who's been holding it all together, who's been the strong one, the dependable one, the one everyone leans on? It means that your mindset is as critical as your business plan. It means that the internal work matters. It means that you don't have to do this alone. It means that representation and community matter. Find your people, connect with networks, see others who look like you succeeding, and let that fuel you. Let that remind you that you belong, that your dreams are valid, that your voice matters, that your presence is not a mistake. It means that success is a journey, not a straight line. You will face setbacks, you will stumble, you will fall, you will lose, you will be rejected, you will be overlooked. But your ability to persist and adapt mentally and strategically will determine your success, not your perfection, not your ability to never fail, but your ability to get back up, to learn, to grow, to keep going even when everything in you wants to quit. So here's my question for you, and I want you to sit with this. Really sit with it. What limiting beliefs or mental barriers are you ready to confront? What stories are you telling yourself that are keeping you stuck? What cape are you ready to release? And what steps will you take starting today to reclaim your power and rewrite your success story? Because here's the truth, and I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being. You are not your trauma. You are not your setbacks. You are not the voice in your head that says you're not enough. You are the woman who has survived, who has persevered, who has kept going even when it felt impossible. And now it's time to do more than survive. It's time to thrive. It's time to be soft. It's time to be whole. It's time to be free. Tonda Smith is showing us the way. They are proving that the real revolution isn't just in the boardrooms or the bank accounts, it's in the mind, it's in the heart, it's in the decision to fight for yourself day by day, moment by moment. And if they can do it, so can you. The world doesn't need you to be stronger. It needs you to be whole. It doesn't need you to carry more. It needs you to heal. It doesn't need you to prove anything. It needs you to show up as your full, authentic, soft, powerful self. So I'm challenging you today. Stop fighting the wrong enemy. Stop wasting your energy on battles that don't matter while the real war rages inside your mind. Confront the voice that says you're not enough. Challenge the belief that you have to do it all alone. Release the cape that's suffocating you. And then step into your soft girl era unapologetically, powerfully, beautifully, because the world is waiting for the version of you that's healed, whole, and free. And she's ready. She's been ready. Now it's time to let her lead.